Hello everyone, this is Lori from Grammy's Keepsakes, and I've got one more pocket for ephemera for my heritage journals that I'm making. So I thought I would share my project with you, and I am using CD cases and covering them with some coffee dyed scrapbook paper and putting on a little snippet and just putting a card inside for journaling. So this one says family, and I've got a little cameo on it. Here we have hopeful. These embroidery digitals I got from Jibid Neary on her website. And this one was hopeful. And here we have kindness. And I've just put different scrapbook papers on the inside so there's decorative inside. So let's go ahead and make one, and you can see my process. It's probably nothing new, but this is the way I do it. I have a CD case, and it is just a paper one, and it measures 5 by 5 roughly. Ruler's going crazy. And I just cut a piece of coffee dyed scrapbook paper 6 by 6. Now we need to cut the circle. And the circle measures almost 4 inches. It's about a 1/16 of an inch shy. And this way it is 3 7/8. And so they are not perfect envelopes. And what I use is my circle cutter, and I find that the number 99 hole is the one that works best for me for the CD pockets. And what I'm doing is lining up the crosshairs for that center into this roughly the center of my scrapbook paper, give or take. And then it comes with this little circle scissor, and there's a blade, and this whole end goes right into the hole. Hold it down, and I'm cutting on a glass mat, and you just go around in a circle. And it's that easy. And it has a little protector. So there are hundreds of different sizes that you can cut. They go, well, 150. There's 150 different circle sizes, and each one are numbered so you can remember. And it's just with ball bearings inside the ring, so it just spins around. Easy to use. This is distributed by EK Success Limited. I have had this for decades with scrapbooking. I don't know if they're still available, but dig out your circle cutters and have some fun with them. Excuse me. So let's put our circles away. And now I'm just going to bring out my glue book and glue the back side. Oh, before I do that, I almost forgot. I want to ink this a little bit on the edge. You can do it later It's just harder. Now I'm going to glue the back. Then we need the CD envelope, and just going to go ahead and place it over the circle. And burnish it down. And the reason I make it bigger is because then I don't have to worry about where, if it'll fit exactly. Because if I'm going to line up the circle and the edges at the same time, there's not that much time or patience in the world. And then I just flip it over and trim it to the CD case. And this is going to be a pocket, so I'm not going to do anything with the back. Except glue it onto a page in my book. And this gluey mess goes to the garbage. And I'm just going to go ahead and ink the outside of my envelope. Okay. Oops. And now I have a piece of scrapbook paper to go in the inside, and my CD case, if we remember, it's 5 inches, and so this I cut it to be 4 7/8, so it'll be easier to fit. And we're going to open it up and do a little dry fit in there to make sure it's going to work okay, and then it slides. Got some stuff on my, so it's going to work. So now what I want to do is glue. And I'm just using glue stick. Use whatever you're comfortable using. And then I'm going to open it up and slip it in. Pressing forward on the front. And it looks, I see a little spot here where it looks like I missed the circle of the CD case a little. So I'm just going to hit that with my ink. Make it a little grungier than I thought it would be, but that's okay. can add some lace to it. Anything you want. Okay, now what I'm going to do is glue it shut. Okay, and I'm going to add a little snippet, and if I cut this part off at the top and I add my snippet here, this will all be covered up. So I have nothing to worry about. So I'm going to go ahead and cut just a sliver off up here. And then it opens up nice. I have to re-ink that top, of course. And I want to open it up and ink that edge too. And here I've got a little bit of a loose corner. So I'm just going to hit it with the art glitter glue. My other corner seems to be okay. So let's just make a little snippet here. And I can just show you the way I do it. I've got this 1-inch wide adding machine tape. Well, I guess it's 1 1/8. Same difference. I'm just going to cut off or rip off a hunk. Put that aside. I'm going to ink my edges. Use any kind of paper you have. Doesn't need to be fancy. Okay. And then I'm going to grab just a little bit of book page to put over the top of that. Get the glue book handy again. Doesn't cover the whole thing. That's okay. I don't want it to. It just gives it a little bit of more strength. And it gives me a fun background. So now I'm going to find some lace. I've got some chunks over here to my side, if I can find them. Oh, here I've got another one of those pretty flowers. Here we go. I want to use that. Which side's the right side? This one. Let's use that. I've got some of this sheep's wool, and it's raw sheep's wool. It hasn't been combed or processed at all. That'll work. What else do we want? How about some ultra fine cheesecloth? Have I got some of that handy? Okay. Oh, here I've got a chunk. I don't need to cut another one. But this is some really nice stuff. I got this on Amazon. It's called Ultra Fine, and it's unbleached, and it's so much fun to work with. So let's use some of that. Okay, and start playing. Grab some scissors. Let's cut a big chunk of this. I'm going to use, let's put the ink away, Fabri-Tac or 3-in-1 glue. Just put a little tiny bit for right now. Hold that cheesecloth down. Spread this open a little bit. Leave that little curl in there. That curl is kind of cute. Different textures of fibers is fun. Here's that curl. I'm stuck to it. And let's go ahead and just place this near the bottom. Just trying to dab the glue where it's mostly dense so it doesn't seep through. Let's just stick that down here on the bottom. And this is part of a doily that I cut apart. And just applying glue where it's dense. And let's stick that right there. Then I've got that little curl sticking out at the bottom and some fluffy out the top. And let's cover that with another one of those cameos. And I get these from Hobby Lobby. They're sold by the yard. And they go quite a long ways because you can use them one at a time. And they've just got a little bit of bling around the side. And use the 3-in-1 glue on that. And stick that right in the middle of our flower. And here I've got a word, memorable, that I've ripped out. Let's ink that up a little bit. It's an easy project, isn't it? And you can have fun with it and make it your own. Oh, my glue is oozing. Let me grab a paper and get that, because I don't want that much glue on the back of this little paper. That would make a big mess. And let's stick that right underneath our flower. Didn't use that. I think that's good. We can just leave it just like that. And let's go ahead and just glue it on. And does it? Yes, it covers it up nicely. I'm just dabbing it on. And then the journaling cards that I've made for these are 4 3/4 inches, because I think that would slide in and out of this envelope the easiest. And I've got a couple others here, so let's try them out. I've got this one and that one. No, let's go with this lighter one. I think this one, the decoration would have to be on this side for this card. So I'll have to make another one, but I'll do that later. So there we've got a CD, envelope, and journaling card all ready to go. And this is coffee stained. The embroidery that from Jibidneri, I glued it onto cream cardstock, stitched all around it with ribbon or lace on top for the tab. Super, super simple. And I want to thank you so much for watching. And we're going to do our little secret giveaway drawing when I do the flip through of this journal, which should be coming up pretty soon. I'm almost done with them. Thank you so much for watching. Have some fun and have a creative day.